Hello, I'm Alistair McIntyre, the publisher for Electric Scotland, and today I'd really just like to talk to you about our Electric Scotland community. We developed the Electric Scotland community as a complement to electricscotland.com, which, as you probably already know, is a major site about the history of Scotland and the Scots. We have a lot of plans for the community, and we're not too bothered about how fast or how slow or everything it builds, but it's becoming a great place to retain information. And I wanted to explain a couple of ways that you can use the system. For example, all of the messages and everything on the system are all viewable by a guest access, so you don't need to be a member to read anything. But you do need to be a member to post the message. That's a basic security of the system. But it's dead easy. You just click on the registration button, fill in a wee form. When you save the form and submit it to us, literally within seconds we'll have emailed you a reply to that, and all that is asking you to click on a link to confirm that you are who you said you were who you are. And as soon as you've done that, basically you remember. So it's a piece of cake, doesn't cost anything. It's a kind of social networking site as well, because we have dynamic links with Facebook. So when you come into the system, if you click on Facebook, you'll log into your Facebook account, and then anytime you post a new message within the community, at the bottom of the message is the wee checkbox for Facebook, and if you check that, when you submit the message, not only does it get saved to the community, but it'll also be saved to your wall on Facebook as well. And we also have dynamic links with YouTube. So this is really where I wanted to show you where I think the power of the system comes in. If we take music as an example, what you do is you come into the system, the lifestyle group is where a lot of these forums are, and under there you'll find the music forum. Now when you go into the music forum, you'll see a whole ton of threads. Threads are merely subjects, titles. So for example, let's say I created a new thread and I wanted to profile the group Queen. Well, basically within that, I could actually then put a little background about Queen in there. It doesn't need to be huge, but at least to give you an introduction to the group when they started and so forth like that. And then through YouTube, you might find maybe one or two videos that you think are really, really great and really show off the group to its best. So as you know in YouTube, when you're watching the video, below it there's a share button. If you click share, then a link will come up, and all you do is copy and paste that link into the message where you would like the video to appear. You can then go on and maybe put a web link into their website so that people can go there and learn more about them. But when you've finalized your message and you're happy, once you submit it, anyone then reading that message will not only be able to read what you posted, but the video from YouTube will automatically appear inside that message. You just simply click it and watch it there and then. So if you take that as an example, but anyone else then that's a fan of Queen can come in, they see the Queen thread, so they click on Queen, read your message, but they may have additional information that they'd like to contribute to Queen. Maybe they've got a story about maybe one time they were at a concert, a Queen concert, and would like to tell you about it. Maybe they've even got a few pictures that they took that they'd like to share, so you can attach these pictures to the actual message when you're putting your message in. So over time that can build to be a fantastic resource. So that's one way that we can, if we work together, we can build a tremendous resource. I mean, if you're big into classical music, for example, let us know and we'd be very happy to create a classical sub-forum. We've already got a sub-forum for Celtic music. So if you're big into country music and would like to spend some time introducing us to some of your favourite artists, let us know. We'd be happy to create a country music forum under the music forum. So all I can say is we've already got, I think we must have over 100 profiles up now of various artists and groups, so there's a ton for you to enjoy just as a guest. But obviously we'd love everyone to get involved and tell us about your favourite artist. The second aspect of the community that I wanted to highlight was how it can be used in conjunction with the main electricscotland.com site. For example, I've been trying for years now to try and tell the story about Scottish businesses. because there's very little available on the web, and I keep writing to companies asking them if they could contribute the history of their company up into what they're doing today. So, for example, I was talking to J&J Denholm. This is the company, and as you can see, they wrote this brochure. Well, what I've done was they sent that brochure to me, so I've created a page on electricscotland.com about J&J Denholm. I've given basically some background information to the company there, a link to their own website, and I've also scanned in that brochure and made it into a PDF file, which is downloadable from their page on electricscotland.com. But within the community, under the business section, I've created a thread for J&J Denholm. And in that thread, I've basically given a little background on the company with a link to their website, where obviously they can download the brochure to learn more about them. But the real power comes in when you link the two together. For example, if J&J Denholm decided to put me onto their PR list, so if there's new happenings in their company, I automatically get a copy of that information. I can then go to the forums and go to their thread and reply to it and put in this new information about what they're getting up to. Now, by doing a link between the two, it means that when you go to the J&J Denholm page in Electric Scotland, there will be a link directly to their thread within the community. And so not only do we get their history, but we'll continue to get all the news, and of course news today is history tomorrow. And so marrying the two together gives you a phenomenal resource. And I might just add here that we also within the community have a link system. So if you go to the link system, any business can actually add their link to our system. And of course, if a lot of people do that, then over the years that's going to build to another fantastic resource. So that's just two ways in which you can make use of the Electric Scotland community. Forums are basically very powerful because there's really no practical limit to the size of message you can put into them. And as I say, you can attach a PDF file or attach a picture to it. And as I say, obviously you can embed a YouTube video. And if, for example, J&J Denholm did do a video about their company and put it on YouTube, then we could go and insert that link so that it is viewable while they're reading the messages on J&J Denholm. So there you have it, basically Electric Scotland community, and if you're on electricscotland.com, right at the very top you'll see on the blue title bar, Electric Scotland community. Just click on that and you go straight in. And obviously I hope you'll all want to get involved and help us make it a bit of a powerhouse for the future. Okay, thank you very much for listening to me.